Hello everyone, this is the daily analysis for GBP JPY, April 9th, 2009. The time is currently 7:24 GMT. Currently we're looking at a daily chart for GBP JPY. I already have the channel drawn, which connects these three lows and these three highs. And I also have the CCI trend line. Yesterday I had mentioned that the CCI was approaching the trend line, and today we can see that the CCI itself is almost flat right up against the trend line, and there are a few things in play in the market right now that could lead to a break of this trend line. Obviously, a break of this trend line would immediately lead to probably a 145 test as well as a 130 test, if not the lower end of the trend support, lower end of the channel right here. Looking closer though, just at the candles themselves, we reached the top of the channel here at 150, and it was a bearish engulfing candle. The following day we did set a new low at 145.78, but then we rebounded. Yesterday's daily candle, it broke 145.78, but only by 8 pips on my broker. So I'm still treating that as pretty much the same level. However, what is important to me is that this daily candle itself, it completely undid the gains that happened the day before, and it closed in a more bearish direction. This could be a hint at what's to come. We'll see. Zooming in to the 4-hour chart, we can get a better look. So once again, we do have this 145.70, 145.78 level to keep an eye out for. A solid break there would almost immediately give a retest of 145, although at this point in time I'm only looking at 145 as a minor support. The very strong support seems to be clearly at 145.70/145.78. So this is 145 is now a minor support. The strong support is where we've bounced 3 times off in the last couple days. Looking closer, the current 4-hour candle, we do have a double top at the 147.95, 147.98 level. They're 3 pips apart, but that's fairly accurate for a market. And looking closer, we do have another level at 149.25 that I'm keeping my eye on. Basically, well, I'll get into it when I look at the hourly chart. You can see it a lot better. On the 4-hour chart, depending on how this current candle closes, it has the potential to close as a shooting star if we drop another 40 pips in the next half hour. If we do that, you would have a solid double top and almost an immediate retest of the 145.70 level. If we were then to break the 145.70 level, I would be looking at almost an immediate target of 145 if you're very short term. But if you're willing to hold on to it, it should have no problem retesting this 143 area. And if it can get past the 143, obviously you're looking down here at the 140 level. Keep in mind that as a 4-hour chart, it's probably not going to happen in just one candle. So moving into the 1-hour chart, we've got this double top right here. That's a pretty solid, almost to the pip kind of example. There's a little bit more significance to this than you might realize, specifically having to do with the pound-dollar pair. We'll take a look at that just briefly in a second. Trades on the 1-hour chart, looking at the CCI, obviously it's in a bullish trend right now, and we're approaching a retest of this level. And depending on the close of the 4-hour candle, remember if it closes more like a shooting star, the confirmed entry would be on a break of the low of that candle, which is 146.70, which happens to be right here, which would probably coincide with a retest or a break of this trend line right here. So keep an eye out for that. That's a very minor line. If we do happen to break above 148, I would be almost immediately looking for a retest of this 149.25 level up here. This level in itself, if we do happen to break past it, I would say that there's a very good chance that we might be headed back up to the top of the channel which now sits around 153. 149.25 is the only thing that we retraced and uh, several hundred pips and then kept the downtrend going. So as long as we stay below 149.25, I'm bearish overall on the pound yen, um, at least for the next day or so. So 140, a break of 148, I'm looking for a possible buy up into 149.25. Look out for this top at 148.91. It might stop a little bit shy, but that would still be at least 50 pips for most people. Um, as long as 148 holds, looking bearish, and a solid break of 145.70 and 145, I'm looking almost immediately at 143, as well as the bottom of the trend line near 140. So taking a quick look over at the pound dollar, this is the 4-hour chart. Again, there's still half an hour till the candle closes, but you can see that we've been trading in a fairly tight range over the last few days. I'm going to ignore this bottom here at 145.80 just for the time being. What's really important here is the tops, not so much the bottom. Looking even on the 4-hour chart, we have two tests back on March 24th. It was a double top, so this started our resistance line. We had one on April 3rd, then again on Monday, and again on Tuesday. And right now we went to 1.4778, which is only 1 pip farther than the actual resistance line, which is still pretty good. And again, the same thing, it's been trading in a range that's at the top of the range, and with half an hour left to go in this candle, the pound dollar has a strong possibility as closing as a shooting star candle, which would quite possibly almost immediately give a retest of the 146.30, 146 level. So keep an eye out for that. There's still half an hour. Watch for how candles close, the new support and resistance that forms throughout the week. Um, if you want to see the CCI trend line right here on the pound dollar as well, you can see we're very close. We're kind of riding the trend right now. So if it breaks above 1.4780, I would probably guarantee that we're going to head for a retest of the 1.5 level. So there's a couple trades on a couple different pairs for you guys. Watch out for this trend line right here if you're trading CCI, and that's about it for today. Lots of movement going on. I know a lot of you worry about news, and the Bank of England is scheduled to release their official bank rate in about 3.5 hours. So keep an eye out for that if you do trade news. All right, that's it. Have a great day.